She said it too casually. Go buy some gas, take my car. Her voice trembled on the word car, though she tried to hide it behind that practiced smile. The same smile she used when lying about late meetings or visiting her mother. I looked at her for a second longer than I should have. Her eyes didn't meet mine. Outside, the sun was dying behind the neighborhood roofs, bleeding orange into gray. The air smelled like rain and gasoline. Her keys were already in her hand. She pressed them into my palm like a peace offering. For a moment, I wanted to believe her. But then I remembered the mechanic's voicemail, the one I wasn't supposed to hear. Sir, just confirming, those brake lines are badly cut. I wouldn't recommend driving that car again until they're replaced. I played that message 3 times. The cuts weren't from wear, they were deliberate. So I smiled, took the keys, and called her sister. She had asked to borrow the car earlier that week to run errands before her flight. Take it, I told her, calm as a whisper. Tank's almost empty, but it'll get you home. That evening, as my wife hummed in the kitchen, I sat on the couch, watching the clock tick toward inevitability. I didn't stop her. I didn't warn her. I just waited. It hadn't started with the brakes. It started with a perfume, one I never bought her. A faint scent on her skin, different from her usual brand. Then came the late calls, the laughter behind closed doors, the half-truths spilling from her like broken glass. I told myself I was imagining it. That's what love does. It edits the evidence, censors the truth. Until one night, while she slept beside me, her phone buzzed. A message lit up the dark room. A name I didn't recognize. A sentence that ended with, "I can't wait until he's gone." The words didn't just sit in my head. They nested, multiplied. I began to notice everything. The way she dressed differently. How she flinched when I touched her. How she called me honey a little too sweetly. Then the mechanic's call came. Her car had issues. She had asked him not to tell me. That was the moment my heart stopped trying to save her. I wasn't angry, not anymore. Anger is noise. I needed silence to think. And in that silence, I planned. For the next few days, I played my role perfectly. Breakfasts, smiles, work. All the motions of a husband. But inside, something surgical was happening. A detachment. A peeling away of illusion. While she showered, I went through her phone. There were voice notes, soft, intimate whispers that didn't belong to me. A man's voice, calm and confident, saying, "She'll believe the accident was random. No one will ever trace it." They'd planned it. Her lover. My wife. The car wasn't just a car anymore. It was their way out. Her freedom through my death. I listened to every file, every word, until there was nothing left but the echo of betrayal. I didn't confront her, not yet. Instead, I smiled through dinner, asked about her day, kissed her cheek goodnight. And while she dreamed of her new life, I was awake, plotting how to end it without lifting a finger. The next morning, her sister called. "Can I use the car today?" It was perfect. Too perfect. I told her yes, left the keys on the counter, watched my wife's face as she realized what I'd done. Her expression, half confusion, half horror, was the first honest thing I'd seen from her in months. The accident happened at dusk, a quiet street, a sharp turn, no brakes. The police came first, then the ambulance, then the knock. I opened the door before they could speak. Her face said everything, her world collapsing in silence. Her sister was alive, barely, but she had seen enough to talk. The officers asked questions, technical ones, procedural ones. I answered calmly, showed them the mechanic's message, the voice recordings, the insurance policy. In her name, her plan. My wife's knees gave out. She whispered my name, begging for me to say something, anything. But there was nothing left to say. I'd already spoken, through silence, through timing, through the simple act of not stopping her. She had handed me my own death sentence. I just mailed it back, unopened. They took her away that night, not in cuffs, yet, but close enough. I sat alone in the living room, the faint echo of sirens fading into the distance. Her coffee cup was still warm on the table, lipstick mark on the rim, same shade she'd worn for him. When the officers asked if I wanted to press charges, I said, no. Let the truth handle her. Because truth is slow, but it's merciless. Days later she came to see me, on bail, eyes hollow, voice trembling. I didn't mean for it to happen like that. I looked at her the way a doctor looks at an incurable patient. You meant for something to happen, I said quietly. You just picked the wrong victim. She broke then, right there in my doorway, sobbing, pleading, reaching for something already gone. I didn't touch her, didn't shout, didn't even hate her anymore. I simply watched, because watching her crumble was cleaner than vengeance. It's strange how silence can feel like justice. The world kept moving, traffic, weather, headlines, unbothered. Her sister survived, moved away. My wife didn't. Not physically, but something inside her stopped breathing that night. The investigation ruined her reputation, her career, her perfect image. She became a ghost who walked in daylight. Sometimes I still get calls from unknown numbers. I never answer. I just sit by the window, listening to the quiet hum of my own survival. She once told me love meant trust. I think love means knowing when to stop pretending. I never fixed the brakes, didn't need to. Some things are better left broken. That night she killed what was left of us, and I've never felt more alive.